Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. INFPs can also experience jealousy when they view someone from a distance and feel like they should be achieving the same level of accomplishment. INFPs can be hard on themselves, especially when they compare their own lives to the lives of those around them. They can cause strain for the INFP, and they might try to avoid this person because of the way it makes them feel. When they see someone achieving the goals they want to accomplish, it can cause the INFP to feel like they have failed, and this can be something they turn inward. When they are feeling jealous of those around them, they start to see themselves as failures and can take this hard. They might go through stages of secluding themselves, and this can cause them to lash out at those around them without meaning to. When INFP compares themselves to someone else, it can be a slippery slope for them. And they need to take a step back and realize what they have accomplished in their lives. They have their process to how they do things, and trying to be like someone else is only going to make them feel envious and isolated. Sometimes, INFPs unconsciously show hints. It depends on how sensitive you are to interpreting them. It's rare to catch an INFP getting jealous, even when they're hurting. They won't admit it. But once in a while, such strong emotions will slide in and reveal themselves. Often, INFPs get jealous when you give continuous attention to somebody else. If they feel you've been too approachable and affectionate to others, it's off-putting for an INFP. Again, they won't admit they're jealous, but they will give you subtle hints, such as pushing you towards other men or women. INFPs are bubbly and childlike when you get to know them. Yet, they're also deep, sensitive, and affectionate. Also, INFPs have high moral standards and values. If an INFP already likes you, you'd notice how their standards shoot up. Once they consider you as their partner, you would put you on tests and expect a lot from you. They would do that. Tendencies are that they tend to get upset when you didn't meet their expectations. The more they show their truest selves, the more they become sensitive. But if they keep talking to you despite disappointing them, it's a good sign an INFP is already into you. Because truly, disappointed INFPs ignore or alienate people who offended them. They check them off the list in an instant. But if they continue to talk to you despite wronging them, then they already built a tolerance for you. INFPs easily forgive people they love. Today, let's talk about INFP jealousy and how the INFP copes with jealous emotions. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. When it comes to love, INFPs aim for genuine and long-term relationships. Although they are idealists and fantasize about romantic novels, INFP romance doesn't develop like cheesy books and movies. Worse, it's more of a hide-and-seek game. INFPs are difficult to get to know. Yes, they are kind and gentle, but at the same time, they are also secretive, distant, and complex. So, if you're planning to date an INFP, then prepare for a cryptic venture. It's tough to break down the INFP personality, and even when they open up, they test you multiple times and evaluate your responses in different situations. I understand if you can estimate whether an INFP likes you romantically or not. They're pretty good at hiding it. INFPs are sentimental and sincere to the people they trust. They deeply care for their family, friends, and loved ones. Since they are kind-hearted individuals, it's perplexing to discern whether they like you as a partner or not, if you've breached the friend zone or not. That said, it's important to not confuse friendship and romance. Just about anyone can experience feelings of jealousy, but each person is likely to process these feelings differently. When it comes to being jealous, there are so many things that can spur this type of response from people. We each have our own unique triggers which can set off these emotions deep inside. And the first step to processing these feelings is recognizing them. It is important to take the time to dive into those emotions and understand them well enough to figure out how to maintain a sense of control over this jealousy and instead of allowing it to take over. When it comes to feelings of jealousy, certain personality types might be more prone to these situations and emotional responses. INFPs do tend to idealize people and situations, and so this can sometimes create a more jealous response. Having this idea in their minds about how things should be sometimes causes tension for the INFP when it doesn't necessarily turn out as expected or hoped. While INFPs don't want to be seen as jealous people, they can certainly experience these emotions as they are naturally such passionate people. How about you? As an INFP, how do you cope with your jealous emotions? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. What makes them jealous? INFPs have plenty of things that can cause them to feel jealous. A big part of it is their powerful sense of emotions. They're passionate people who want to allow themselves room to experience the excitement and dive into their emotions. Because they love so deeply, this can cause the INFP to be a bit more prone to jealous responses. It isn't something they do intentionally, but they can't entirely prevent this. They don't do things halfway. And so, once they open up their emotions, they can close themselves off from them. When they care about someone, it does make them more capable of being jealous over their actions or feeling alienated from this person. INFPs can also experience jealousy when they view someone from a distance and feel like they should be achieving the same level of accomplishment. INFPs can be hard on themselves, especially when they compare their own lives to the lives of those around them. This can cause strain for the INFP, that they may try to avoid this person because of the way it makes them feel. When they see someone achieving the goals they want to accomplish, it can cause the INFP to feel like they have failed, and this can be something they turn inward. When they are feeling jealous of those around them, they start to see themselves as failures and can take this hard. They might go through stages of secluding themselves, and this can cause them to lash out at those around them without meaning to. When INFP compares themselves to someone else, it can be a slippery slope for them, and they need to take a step back and realize what they have accomplished in their lives. They have their process to how they do things, and trying to be like someone else is only going to make them feel envious and isolated. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. How do they cope? INFPs often try not to let these jealous feelings overtake them, so they attempt to hide them from others. They don't want people to get upset with them for feeling a certain way, especially if they have had negative reactions to it before. INFPs want to avoid being viewed as someone who is constantly jealous of those they love, and so they will likely attempt to seem comfortable and laid back about the situation. Instead of showing their jealousy, they attempt to avoid it or push it aside, which isn't the most useful choice for the INFP. They do this because they don't want to upset others or make it seem like they are being irrational. INFPs don't enjoy making other people feel uncomfortable, and so there are times when they might attempt to avoid the negative or the sense of discord. Since INFPs are so focused on their emotions, burying them is never the right choice for them. They feel things too deeply to just push them aside and pretend like everything is fine. The INFP should take the time to dive into these feelings so that they can understand them better. The more they try to process their emotions, the more likely they are to reach an understanding of why they're feeling this way. The INFP simply needs to take time to understand themselves and their motives, without trying to blame someone else for them. When they can process these feelings by themselves, they can work towards a more useful resolution. They need to know when to take a step back and trust in their instincts, especially when they are jealous over something that seems so insignificant.